Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jerry, and this is the Chicago Griller, the show where I share my favorite tips, tricks, and recipes for the Weber Q. Again, I am here on my back patio, and I have two Weber Qs here, the Weber Q1200 and this Weber Q2000, which I've converted to a Q2200. Now, only this one is mine. I borrowed this one from my downstairs neighbor, who has this nice limited edition Chicago Cubs branded Weber Q. A few weeks ago, I did a comparison outlining the similarities and differences between these Q models. But today, I want to see how they cook. Do they cook classic burgers the same? Let's go and find out. Before we dive into our burger battle, let's show you the tail of the tape. As you can see, the Q2200 is larger than the Q1200 in every single category. If you want to see a more detailed comparison and review between these two models, click the link above and check out my video where I showed the features of both. And now on to what you all came here to see, which model of Weber Q makes the better burger. To try to make this experiment as scientific as possible, we're going to use a Cuisinart burger press to form our patties today. This should ensure that my patties are all roughly the same size and shape. Anyways, I'm going to take about a quarter pound of ground beef and press it into the shape of a patty. I guess I could have stuffed this quite a bit more, but that's okay. Anyways, now I formed all four patties. Now, if you recall from my classic burgers video, I just stick to olive oil, salt, and pepper. So, first thing I'm going to do is add the olive oil. And then gently rub that across the surface of each patty. And then, of course, we are going to season these patties. Starting with the salt, and the pepper. We are grinding both the salt and pepper to taste. Add the seasonings into each patty, turn them over, and repeat on the other side. And now I'm going to take my thumb and put in a little imprint into the center of each patty so that they do not swell up on the grill. And at last, let the games begin, the Weber Q burger battle. And here on the back patio, we are preheating both Weber Qs. As you can see, the Q2200 is running a little bit cooler than the Q1200 after 10 minutes of preheat. Let's see if that has any effect on the final burger. Anyways, lay the patties directly on the grill grates, then shut the lid and cook this for about a total time of 8 minutes. I did the same thing at about the same time with my Q2200. And now after a few minutes of cooking, we see that the Q2200 and the Q1200 are running at about the same temperature, with the Q1200 still running a little bit hotter. Anyways, after 4 minutes, it's time to give the burger patties a flip. So let's give these both a flip. And shut the lid and continue cooking for the last 3 to 4 minutes. And as usual in our final minute of cooking, we're going to add the cheese and toast up some buns. A quick 60 seconds later, for a total grilling time of 8 minutes, we're ready to pull our burger patties off of the grill. Here we are starting out with a Q2000 converted to a Q2200. These burger patties look and smell pretty good. So I'm going to pull them all off the grill. Okay, and now for the Q1200 right next to it. These burger patties also look and smell pretty good, so let's pull everything off. And so I could tell which burger came from which grill, I'm going to mark the top of this bun with a puncture mark. Now let's get these burgers inside, cut them open, and give it a quick taste test to see how we did. And here we are back inside. The burger on the right came from the Q1200, and the burger on the left was made on the Q2200. I'm keeping these burgers simple today, so I'm going to start each off with a sliced tomato, then just add some simple condiments. First comes the ketchup, and I'm getting near the end of the bottle, so I apologize, it's not the prettiest. And after the ketchup comes the mustard, again near the end of the bottle, so not the prettiest presentation. And then just cap off both burgers with the buns. Okay, let's cut them both open and see how we did. And starting on the right, we have our burger that was made on the Q1200. I have my made in Santoku, and I'm going to be very careful as I cut into this, as I was lazy and didn't transfer this to a cutting board. I don't want to scratch my plate. And let's zoom in here. And there you go. The meat is gray all throughout, so this is about medium well. And now for the burger on my left, again carefully cutting into the burger. Again, being very careful that I don't scratch my plate. And zooming in. As you can see, there is a little bit of pink in there, so this burger is about medium. I am actually a little bit surprised. I thought they'd be exactly the same. That said, there was a bit of a temperature difference during preheating, so that might explain why the Q1200 on the right is medium well and the Q2200 is cooked to medium. And another comparison, as you can see, there is some pink on the burger on the left. Okay, so comparing colors is fun, but what about the taste? Taking a bite out of the Q1200 burger, and it's delicious. It's cooked all the way through, well done. It's not terribly juicy because it is medium well, but the taste is good. And for the burger made on the Q2200, I would say the flavor is basically about the same, although the meat is a little juicier because it is cooked to medium instead of medium well. Anyways, let's recap it with some final thoughts. And so, that concludes my first Weber Q battle, comparing how classic burgers cook on a Weber Q1200 versus a Q2200. And as you saw in my results, the burger cooked on a Q1200 was a little bit more well done than the burger cooked on the Q2200. That was a little bit of a surprise to me because I expected all Weber Qs to cook approximately the same. Now this experiment does illustrate a very, very important point about grilling, and that is that not all grills will run the same, not even those in the same family line or even those with the same model number. How well your grill runs will depend on a variety of factors, including how old your grill is, how well maintained it is, to even how the weather is outside. In the example of my Q battle day, look back at the footage and you'll see that my neighbor's Q1200 is brand spanking new. There is no smoke stains on this lid and the grates are pretty clean. Now, my Q2200, however, is nearly 4 years old and on its second burner tube. Now again, this illustrates my point, and each individual grill will behave a little bit differently. For example, I do know that my Weber Q2200 can indeed hit 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and in fact has even hit 550. It just means I need to preheat on high a little bit longer if I want to match the performance of the Q1200. Anyways, that will do it for my first Q battle, pitting the Q1200 versus the Q2200. If you found this comparison video interesting and entertaining, definitely let me know so that I'll go run on downstairs and swipe this little grill from my neighbor to make more videos. Just kidding. Kelly, I'll let you know if I want to borrow that grill again. Thank you very much for joining me on this program today. As always, if you have the time, definitely check out some of the other content on my channel by clicking my name below. However, if you gotta go, just hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted as to when new content drops. Thanks again for watching me today. I can't wait to see you all again next time. Bye now.